So always I've heard, after a breakup or something, we feel bad, and after that one Josh comes and we become hero. So your story is still the same.
So everyone has a story behind their startup or something.
Three different prominent study abroad consultancies were not that great, and you lost 3 years of your time and you couldn't go abroad.
Yes.
And you originated this Edu Sphere.
So when I planned for my studies, I was also looking for consultants.
Okay.
My 3 years and my time, money, everything was wasted.
What are the services you all provide?
We provide the 360-degree services. We give them a personalized, customized career plan for them. We basically do admissions for all the countries, give a counseling.
Indians going abroad, what are the benefits? Is it beneficial, or even here it's the same?
110% it's a beneficial thing for the students.
Why are the students more inclined to UK?
From past 3-4 years, we are seeing the trend. Most of the students are traveling to UK. In UK, what happens is all the companies take the employees based on the skills. When it comes to the medical professionals, package will start from 3,000, 4,000 pounds.
Does Edusphere help financially too, so that they reach their goal?
I think everyone will have a dream of studying abroad. All the people can travel. Because how Edusphere help is like we are tied up with different banks, financial institutions, where we provide up to 30 lakhs of non-collateral education loan.
I'm super excited to announce that Mangalore Meri Jaan has started his podcast, that too a business podcast by name I to I, that is idea to innovation. Idea might come anytime while sleeping or when you're hungry, but that got executed and become an innovation. And today, the students planning to study abroad, this is a podcast for you. Watch till the end, because we have the hero of the podcast, not the CEO or the founder, but the company, which is Edusphere Overseas. Watch till the end, and this is episode 1. Welcome to the very first episode of Mangalore Meri Jaan business podcast, that is I to I, that is idea to innovation. And the hero of this main podcast is Edusphere Overseas, and I have the founder with me. Welcome, Mr. Krishna Kumar, sir.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you in Mangalore Meri Jaan's first pilot podcast.
So happy for that.
So always I've heard, after a breakup or something, we feel bad, and after that one Josh comes and we become hero. So your story is still the same, because what I have heard is, soon after your graduation, you wanted to go to the US. Correct, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
But three different prominent study abroad consultancies were not that great, and you lost 3 years of your time and you couldn't go abroad.
Yes, yes.
And you originated this Edu Sphere.
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes, yes.
I want to know
Absolutely right.
about that, sir.
So everyone has a story behind their startup or something. Same way, I was planning for my studies after my graduation. So when I planned for my studies, I was also looking for consultants.
Okay.
So I met very prominent, as you told, 2-3 consultants. But my 3 years and my time, money, everything was wasted. I was a victim of all this.
And these were in like particular any state or something that you're
I
talking about?
don't want to, maybe it's their time. I don't want to mention the name
True.
or something like that. But it was like that. So what I have identified from them is like, it's not about they don't know to do or anything. They don't have the contact with the university or anything. But it was like they were all into their business.
Okay.
They were not into setting up a career of a student or a person. Because what I felt was they were into closing the number of business which they have the target. So
Just
I
money
was
making.
I was one of a person who was not in their target. So they didn't give a proper care. My things was not taken care properly. So I was again somewhere with God's grace. I was only finding out the ways to do it. Like that, I got connected with few of the university representatives, and though I was, according to me, I am the best in this field now. I think, because I'm not being arrogant or something. I'm telling it because the knowledge I have gained in past 7 years, I'm confident that I can take forward a file very nicely.
And it's okay to be proud of that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's
nothing
okay to
bad.
be proud of it. So I'm not telling anyone other bad, but myself, I feel I'm the best. So like that, I got into this thing. So this was a business where I can solve the problems what I have faced. So all these years, literally, I am seeing every client sitting in front of me, any student or parent, I see myself in them. I was a victim of
Okay.
like false promises and all done by different consultants. So as nowadays the students dream, even I had a dream at that time. So my after my graduation, my 3 years was literally I was running behind all this. So what I have identified from that is the people who are the consultants which I was going on, like I was meeting, they were all into their business. They were not into setting up a career of a student. Okay, so what we basically do is I myself see whoever sitting in front of me, their parents. Myself see,
The effort what they put in.
yeah, myself, like I think of me at that time how it was for me. So I literally go in minute regarding their details. So we give a personalized counseling, which I'll come to you about when we are telling about services we provide. So that way, with that motive, I have started Edusphere, and from past 7 years, we are with God's grace setting up the career of students from different states. We have three offices now. We are planning to open the new space in Mysore. So
Oh,
now we are
okay.
having in Bangalore, and Kerala.
Okay.
Yeah. So to my team also, if you go and ask or any student asks, till the day I never told them you should do admissions for this university or that university, this country or that country, or I have set up any target for them telling like you should push the students to these.
Particular country
Yeah,
or
yeah, we
anything.
never do that. We basically do admissions for all the countries, even domestic. So we basically give a counseling like an info session. So like where to go, what are the benefits, what are the advantages, disadvantages, what are the current scenarios happening in these all places. So that's how, with that motive and ethics, I started Edusphere, and till now, me, myself, and my team is maintaining that we have a good client reference. Most of our clients are not from marketing. We are having a direct reference from the previous clients, and we are in touch with all the people who have traveled from past 7 years.
All the
Yeah,
alumni
all
of
the
Edu
alumni
Sphere.
we are
Okay.
in touch with. So that's the story of Edusphere in short. I can't explain all the struggles which I have faced, but that struggles made me to give a solution for this to the firm. So whatever I have faced, I sorted it myself so that now I can make sure every single student without any problems can achieve his goal.
So, if at all I go for the gist of it, you mean to say that the suffer which you faced, you didn't want others to face. That's why
Absolutely.
you want to help them
Yes, yes,
so that they meet the end result.
yes,
Is
yes. That
is
we
that the
do.
conclusion? What
Yeah.
you want to say,
Yes,
sir?
yes. Obviously, that's what we do in Edusphere overseas.
So one more thing, we see these ads on brochures or something. Maybe I'm talking like a layman. I just come to your office on Edusphere and I know nothing which country to go or anything about. I just come here. What are the services you all provide, sir, so that until they are graduated, they are happy and there's no much thinking about like where to go, how to go? What are the services which is the best you all provide?
Yes. So as I said, when it comes to what Edusphere do, what are the services? We provide the 360-degree services. So what basically we do is step by step from the starting. I can tell you, once a student comes to meet me, we give them a personalized counseling in the sense not like just telling about the university or fees. We give them a personalized customized career plan for them. So that includes some students will have their own plans.
Okay.
They know which university to go, which course to choose. So we help out them in the whole process from the admission to visa. But other way, when we tell about the counseling, we give a personalized counseling. We explain them what is happening in different countries, what are the part-time job opportunities, which location to choose, which university to choose,
Okay.
what are the job opportunities, what are the job listed courses.
You mean to say part-time
Yeah,
jobs, sir?
no, the professional
Oh,
jobs, the
okay.
course which they are going for. Then what are the PR listed courses? So these are different for different countries. So we give a when a client leave from our office after the counseling, he will have the entire knowledge of what's happening. It's like we are providing as an info session, not like we are counseling them to go abroad. We are
Okay.
counseling them for the knowledge. Then let them choose. So that's what we do. So first thing is career counseling. Then we help them out in choosing the course. Then we help them out in choosing the university according to, as I said, rankings. Then we help out them getting in the offer letter. Then visa. then air tickets. So there normally answer all of most of the consultants. Then their duty is done according to them. But the students actually want support for after arrival services.
After they reach.
Yes, yes, because that's what we, because it's not like to a particular different state we are going. We are not going from Mangalore to Bangalore or Mumbai.
True
We will
that.
have some or the other one. It's to a different country we are traveling, and it's too far. Okay, so what we do as an after arrival services is like we provide the airport pickup, and we provide the accommodation assistance. Then we give them some references for the part-time jobs. So when we tell we do this, obviously we have a team there. We have a team over in UK, but above that we are making these things done by the students, like our alumni or the students studying in that particular universities. So how it works is like the previous batch or the batch before that, those students have gone through the same process. So for some students, they're lucky from their college or their location only people will be there. So we connect with them. So they will only pick them from the airport. They will give them an accommodation in their place, so that they don't feel it like a new place.
Left out, yeah.
Yeah, left out. And they will have the entire knowledge, because the students who are already there, they have the entire knowledge of that particular country. So they will also give that information to these students, like traveling wise expense. To cut off the travel, initially they have to make the bus card or something, to collect their BRP, all these things. So it's like minute things, but it helps, because initially otherwise if you go and stay in London in a hotel for 2 months to find an accommodation, you know, it's
yeah.
damn expensive. That can be covered for the 6 months or 4 months expense. And when we tell accommodation, there are university accommodations, it's very expensive.
Okay.
So we have other team where they provide shared accommodations, so the cost of students will come half of what universities provide.
And these are the alumni who do the shade thing?
There are people who do the alumni,
Okay.
but otherwise we have official contracts with the
Nice.
student accommodation teams. So that's one main thing we take part. Then when we say part-time job references, so obviously we will have students in all these universities, as we are doing it from 7 years. So the people who are already working there, they will be knowing few places, so that we will connect with them, so that they help out how to get it easily, how to make a CV, uh, all these things they will tell them, so that within 1 or 2 months they are easily getting into a part-time job. So then after all this, then their journey starts. They do the graduation. After the graduation, most of them don't know how to switch to a PSW, post study work permit. So we help out in that. We help the students for that application process and all.
And that happens over
Yeah,
the
yeah,
phone,
all
online.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Or else in particular country where we have the team,
Okay.
they will do it from there.
Oh, nice.
Otherwise, we take it from here online. Then now we are planning recently, because all of our students' parents, they are coming to us when the graduation happens. They want to go abroad.
That's a big feeling.
Yeah, so that's a proud moment for them. Here means they will enjoy it nicely, but here most of the cases, many of them don't know how to go, or it sometimes they will think it's very expensive. So now we are planning to launch a program where for our students, a graduation tour, where we can do all the documentation and all this process for students' parents, and we can help them to go there and see that and come. So it's a basic. It's not a big thing to do, I think.
No,
Yeah, because they cannot do it myself if they are doing. But the thing is, when we do it as a good package and cost cutting from our knowledge, it will be benefit for all the people to travel.
No, it's a big thing, sir. When the daughter or son is getting
Yeah.
graduated in the
Yeah,
universities,
no, obviously that's a big
and-
thing. But the
no,
thing
and
is,
when they can see that,
yeah,
it's a different
so what I
feeling
told,
altogether.
it's not a big thing. Is like when we tell we are doing this,
Okay.
some people would have think that they can go to a travel and do. Obviously they can do. But the thing is, we just want to give that service. We just want to share that happiness with the parents. So we just onboarded that after arrival services also. So these are the services as a whole. Basically, in this short time, I can tell what we provide.
And no, it's really good, sir, because I've seen about other study abroad consultancies, but nobody has spoken about this, where the parents have to go there or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is really sweet and nice.
So that's what, when we tell, there are so many minute things as a dream. So basically, as a business person or a founder of a firm, I can think myself, if I'm sending 200 students, my thing is done, or like that I can think. But if 199 students got their visa, if one person is pending, that affects me a lot, because
Absolutely.
I was going through all this trauma in
True.
my past. So I know the feelings. I know the feelings very nicely, and in minute I know
You can
how
relate to it.
depressed it
Yeah.
will be. And nowadays, students are just one intake, two intake, they suffer. Like, it's 3 years you can, and I was literally trying. So that what that mentality I know properly. So I make sure it will never happen for my students. Maximum I try. Above that, we are not a godfather of God to like satisfy
I
everyone.
understand some
But
of it.
personally, according to my heart, I keep that in everything.
So that's taken care by the Edusphere overseas
Yes,
team
yes,
itself.
yes.
And one more thing, Sai, I mean, every students or everybody we ask here, like I'm talking about the Indians, they want to go abroad. It's like, I want to go abroad, I want to study abroad. That happens. Is it because of the Karanjor movies of Student of the Year, one or two, that glamour they see everywhere here? But actually, I'm asking you, Indians going abroad, what are the benefits? Is it beneficial, or even here it's the same? But how does it
No, no.
really work though?
Obviously, 110% it's a beneficial thing for the
Okay.
students. So now, as you said, there are a very little people who has that fancy thing, like they want to go and
Yeah.
exposure. Okay, according to them, it's their cup of tea. So basically, when a student travel abroad, more than the education qualification he gets or anything, what we see here is like till a graduation or something, the students are totally dependent on their parents. You'll be knowing that is the current scenario. There are even parents who drop and pick them up from the college. You'll be knowing, right?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
So it's all about the mentality. In the current world, information in any job is in hands.
No
Now AI
exposure.
is
Yeah.
AI, chat GPT, or whatever. People have information in their hand, and to the maximum end. So now people see the skills or extracurricular things which will benefit a company or a firm. So that's what people look after in when they keep an interview or something. Okay. So when a student travel abroad, what happens is initially there is a comfort zone. When we are in our hometown with our parents, or anywhere near to our state or something, we have a comfort zone. This is broken. Like
They're
the
in a shell.
comfort zone is gone
Yeah.
initially. Okay, when we travel abroad, then we have a fear zone. So what to do? Whether people will cheat
Yeah.
us. Then we are always backing up from things because we have a fear. So when we are alone abroad, obviously that fear zone also should be
Okay.
cut off. So the students break the fear zone. Then they have a zone where it is like learning, we can tell, learning zone. So after they have come out from comfort zone, fear zone, they start learning how things happen, how things work, what are the opportunities in different places. Then when they come after the learning zone, obviously they reach the target, they start growing. Okay, because they are filtered through all this. So according to me, student, how much ever early they can travel abroad or to different
Okay.
place, it's the best decision they can take in their life, because then we start growing actually, according to me.
So you mean to say that, sir, one thing is they come out of the shell, the
Yes,
other thing is they get exposure,
yes,
and also they get multicultural
yes.
exposure
Yeah,
too.
that exposure, when we tell only we can understand. See, now when we sit in a college in our hometown, we meet 50 people from the same place, maybe 5 or 10 from the nearby state. But when we sit in an international college in a different country, 50 people are from different 50 places. Understood. So what happens is exposure, in the sense they are meeting different people, different opportunities. And now a person from another country, whether Europe or China, the way how he face a problem and the way how we face a problem will be different. So we can learn from they can learn from us. So this is one main thing happens when we tell about the exposure. Then other thing is obviously communication skills. Then what to say? These are the main qualities. So if you have all these qualities, and if you are gone through all this, you are filtered as a great employee or human, or with a great knowledge, we can tell. Okay. Then obviously we have an international degree where it is totally practical oriented, and when they come back or they switch to different country, the value for their them in the job market, obviously it will be high.
True,
See,
true, sir.
when we keep a CV of 10,000 people who have studied here,
This will
or
have a
yeah,
weightage for
they
sure.
are coming from different country from a reputed university, obviously your CV will be in the top priority list. So, as I always say, it's not about the university you choose, it's about the exposure you get. It's the main part.
Okay.
So, when you start growing through all this, you start achieving your goals actually.
So you mean to say that beneficial and matters a lot
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right, sir?
obviously. More than education, these are the things actually
Okay.
it matters.
So one more thing is, I mean, everybody, I mean, they've just heard of Oxford University or something like that. I'm asking you, sir, be it a Oxford University, in case, I mean, I'm just giving you one example. They charge around 10 lakhs. Hypothetically, I'm telling, they charge around 10 lakhs. And there's one more university which might charge around 4 lakhs and which has got the equal weightage of Oxford. So do you all suggest the student that, okay, that's also good, your life can be better there, or students, do they stick in my, no, no, we want to go just for Oxford? Does that happen?
Actually, this is a great question, and this is the mentality most of the students have. So, for example, as you told, now if you're coming to UK, there are universities called as Russell Group universities.
Okay.
So, the Russell Group universities are called as the 24 universities combined together called as Russell Group universities, which are the top ranked. All the research oriented universities and most percent of the doctorates are awarded by these universities. So, the students always have this thinking, like if we go to all these universities, top ranked universities only, we will get benefited. No, that is totally it's not compulsory you should go to that university, because there are top ranked university other than this. Understood? There are public government funded universities, public universities. So the fees you pay in the top end universities, whether it's 35 40 lakhs, and the fees you pay 15 lakhs, this university also gives a good degree.
And even for the job,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
helps out.
because obviously when you study in a top ranked university, as you mentioned, little the exposure or the ranking wise, when you show the certificate, it matters.
Okay.
But in UK, what happens is all the companies take the employees based on the skills. No one, most of them never take you based on the degree you have or the university you studied. So the person who has got a great exposure and who has got good skill, passion, or anything which makes him stand aside from other people, he will also get the good job where the other student from a top ranked university
Based
gets
on
it.
his
Yeah,
resume.
yeah, obviously that I make the students
Oh,
understand,
okay.
because end of the day we have to see the financial part, right?
But are they willing to understand
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
sir, or
obviously,
all
because
are
they
they
don't
like?
have, we can't blame them, because basically
Hmm.
now if you're planning for an education, basically what you're going to search is best universities or ranked
Yeah,
universities
just
in this
type in
country.
and it comes out. Yeah.
So they are coming with that knowledge. So it's our responsibility, because we have to see the return of investment. End of the day, we are spending so much. The return of investment in the sense, like whether we can cover up and make the money what we have spent. Understood? So now, for example, we are dealing with a university called BPP University. It's a private university, but they have come up with a program like they are providing 100% placement.
Mm.
There is some criteria for it based on the attendance percentage and the mark they get in the degree whatever they are studying. So what happens is the student get a professional placement for few programs.
Okay.
They will have 1 year program and 1 year internship. So this is a 100% placement offered by the university. So now just thinking this is a private university, you can't ignore it, because there are some universities which are government funded where this option is not there. So what happens is the student, why they are getting placed is the lectures, the teachers who are taking the program is professionals. So now you are going for a project management, masters in project management. A project manager from a firm is teaching you,
Okay.
and they are tied up with around 700 university 700 companies in UK, so that they are planning to give 100% placement opportunity to the students. So they are not at all even a government university. It's a private university, but the thing is these informations also has to be taken in consideration.
Okay.
And the fees will come around 15 lakhs after scholarships. So it's a great, when it comes to financial planning, it's a great thing.
They can save lots.
Yeah, yeah, they can save a lot of money.
And when you're talking about universities, sir, Edusphere overseas, does it have tie-up with universities all over the country which you all
Yes,
deal with?
yes. So we are basically dealing with all the government funded universities and public universities. Only ranked reputed universities we deal with. As initially I told, we have a
Mm.
ethic and motto. In that we all deal with the universities which is accredited by the World Education
Oh,
System,
okay.
best accredited university. So that accreditation is the basic thing you want. If you come back to India, if you are switching to any other country, for the university, the first thing is like best accreditation. World
Okay.
Education
Okay.
System should be this
Like
university should be accredited.
attestation or
Yeah,
something like
accredited.
that. Okay.
So we deal with only such universities.
Oh. And so I heard that, I mean, most of these consultancies, once a visa is got, it's like Tata bye bye. Nobody receives a call. Students wander around, but y'all have a community like Edusphere community in these different countries where y'all help the students. I heard that. Is that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that right,
So
sir?
that's what I was telling after
Okay.
arrival services. So community, what we can tell is few countries where we are having a good number of students going. We have a community. So we make them join in that community so that before travel they get to know what is happening, which location have good part-time job, what are the payments getting for part-time job, what are the living costs. As I told, these
Okay.
are anyway we are told it as like an after arrival
Oh,
services.
nice.
So that's what we tell a community. So that is what I think.
Mm.
It's a basic thing. Above, see, getting an admission if you have a contract with the university, it's a common thing what anyone can do, according to me. But giving all these services together makes a client satisfied.
The client thing, what you just so I just want to mention about that. So because we think that when you go to a consultancy, maybe a study abroad thing, only students can go. Can a experienced guy also can go who's got a gap of maybe 10 years, 5 years after his studies and he wants to do further education? Can he also go
Yes,
in
yes,
this?
yes, yes. This is another query what we get always.
Okay.
There are people now who are working with different firms. So after 5 years of working, they will understand for their growth, for a promotion
I
or
should have gone
something. They
abroad or
they no,
something.
they will have to have a degree.
Okay.
So then they prefer to get a new exposure. They prefer to take an international degree because they have worked and they will be having good source of income or something like that. So we can send up to 10 years of academic gap if a person is having, we can send. And other way to these English speaking countries, basically we can't go directly like getting a visit visa and go search a job. So most of the courses and most of the people in different fields, for them actually going through a study visa is the only option. So they have to choose this path if they want to go. So few professionals like medical professionals or IT, few people can travel directly.
We Indians have a notion thinking that okay, this is my pocket money, this is my expense which I need to do by the end of the thing. By 25th or 31st, we are dried out. So a student going planning to go abroad, what's the average money he needs to have to spend for a month or to survive there?
Okay.
Be it any country,
Yes.
average, sir.
So cost of living, according to me, actually every country we can't tell the same.
Okay.
So like we can make an average actually. So when we told about we are helping them in accommodation things and all, so we customize the plan actually.
Okay.
So basically, if you ask a person when you tell you're going to London, they will tell it's very expensive to survive there. It's very expensive. So what we do for the cost cutting is when you prefer a shared accommodation or something, you will get it for around 400 pounds,
Oh,
which
okay.
will be around 40,000 rupees, where an university accommodation will be 80, 90,000. Okay.
Almost double.
Yeah, double, more than double sometimes. It depends on the premium, like the class of accommodation you choose. But basic it is around 80, 800 to 900. So the 400 pounds, 40,000, then around 200 to 50 pounds for the expenses. So around 50, 60, 60,000. If you're cutting
Okay.
off, you're cooking yourself,
Yeah, you can
as
save
we
a lot.
have that
Yeah.
proper planning of an Indian, if you have,
Okay.
I think 600, 60, 50 pounds, 65,000 is enough for
On
a base,
on average.
like normal standard of living.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
is
again, it totally depends on the financial perspective of the
okay.
students. And end of the day, it's covered by doing the part time.
Oh.
So we don't have to worry about it because if coming to London, we are paid minimum 11 to 12 pounds. It goes up to 15 pounds
Okay.
per hour. So if monthly they work, their cost of expense is totally covered under that.
Okay.
Don't have to worry about it.
Oh.
And the vacation times, they have 2 months of vacation in every year. So that time if they can work in full time, like more hours than a student can work, they can make nice money actually.
So as per the math which you calculated, 650 pounds is good to go on an
Yeah,
average.
I
Yeah.
told it about UK.
UK thing,
Then
yeah.
coming to Australia, it will be a little more expensive
Okay.
because the rent only will be coming around $1,500 to
True,
two
that's
thousand dollars. So it depends on the country. Yeah, that's what we give a proper plan of all these before travel. So the students can choose whether they want to
Oh,
have a
okay.
cost cutting accommodation, expensive
You all
one.
help out with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
also.
obviously we are.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what,
Nice.
as we
Okay.
told, we are providing all this after arrival services.
Yeah, fab. So one more thing regarding this competitive exams. I heard that every country has competitive exams and everything. But does it differ in every country, or how does it work? Or
Yes,
some
yes,
countries don't have.
yes,
How
yes.
does it work like
Yeah.
that?
So that's again totally. Sometimes initially when a person think about abroad education, IELTS is the main thing coming. So IELTS is the one
Yeah,
competitive exam,
for the English
international
thing. Yeah.
English learning test. So there are countries which require IELTS. Without IELTS also you
Oh,
can.
okay.
So for example, now you're going for UK.
Mm.
If you have 70% in your 12th English, you don't want to write IELTS. So most of the students doesn't know that. Sometimes
Okay.
they'll be like, "Oh, it's difficult. We have to crack IELTS or PT
So
or something."
they don't have to write there.
No, no, they don't want to write.
Oh,
If they
okay.
have
Don't want to. Okay.
to 70% in, and there are universities with the medium of instruction. If your degree is taught in English, if you can get a certificate from the college, they can travel without IELTS. And now coming to different countries like France
Mm.
or Malta, without IELTS they can go. Then other countries like US, Australia, New Zealand, all these countries require IELTS.
Okay.
Then when it comes to Germany, you have two options. Either you can learn German language, even need to language you can
Okay.
learn.
And that will help out for that.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Or else you can just write IELTS and go to a private university, English taught university. So again, competitive exam also differs from different countries.
Oh, okay. And talking about the countries now, New Zealand, US, UK, Malta, Germany, France, Canada. These are the countries everything you all cater. But why are the students more inclined to UK? Why is that? Is it because of the glamour, lifestyle, or they'll be earning more? Why is that? Because
Yeah.
everybody is inclined to UK. Why,
Yes,
why,
yes.
why is that,
So
sir?
from past 3 4 years, we are seeing the trend. Most of the students are traveling to UK, and we are also sending a good numbers.
Mm.
So actually, as a counselor from
Okay.
detail, I get in personal with them very nicely. Like as a friend, I or as a guardian, I tell them information, not like I am convincing them to go or something like that. So from they will open up with me. Most of the clients they open up. What is their motive? So what I have understood is different ideas. So few people are totally like they just want to go and even earning part time and settling down and make money. That perspective is there. Few of them want to get an international degree from a reputed university, so they have some
Mm-mm.
career plans after
Okay.
coming back or going to Middle East or something else. Then as you told initially, there are very uh, less percent of people who are like, as you told, fancy thoughts.
Is it because
uh,
they're Beckham fans or something?
Yeah, nothing. And the sports oriented students actually,
Yeah.
it's not because they are a fan,
Okay.
but they have a great exposure. Now we have a lot of courses which is totally like sports management
Okay.
related to sports. And as you know, they are UK has tied
Yeah.
so many clubs. So these
Manchester.
university, yeah,
Yeah.
I have recent students who have gone from the
Okay.
related to sports course. They have a very bright future, to be frank. If they are really interested in their profession,
Okay.
they have a very bright future.
So you mean to say that glamour
And
also takes part, and even they are.
everything takes part, but end of the day, whatever you have spent,
Mm-mm.
you have UK, you have 1 year course.
Oh.
There are university, as I told, which provide professional placement. So 1 year course, 1 year placement, and 2 years of post-study work permit.
Yeah.
So totally you're getting 4 years of visa. So you
Oh.
are spending around 15-20 lakhs. You obviously, if you work in these 4 years, 3 to 4 times of what you have spent, you're making. And you have an international degree, you have a British experience, you have a great exposure, you have learned from different
Yeah.
people, different culture,
Multicultural thing.
a lot. You are growing. It's like a one-time investment for your future.
Okay.
Understood? See, if you're studying here 2 years, again you're spending 2 years, you have to study exams, and most of the countries they don't have exams. It's totally practical oriented. So they are getting that practical oriented skills.
Okay.
So that is one main thing. People are going to UK because UK and US, according to the survey, are the top world recognized universities. Is in UK and US. Other countries also have, but
Okay.
the trend I am telling, and the procedure is also easy. I think to get an admission in a Indian university, it's more easy to get an international admission, according to us.
And here
Because
you
actually, I told we are best in this. We know that we sometimes when we have a meetings in the office, sometimes that talk comes. See, according to us, getting to an international college is comparatively easy than an.
and here they need to shell a bomb too.
Yeah, yeah.
The same amount you would be. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But the footfall of going there and studying there, sir, coming back is less, na? Does it happen like that?
It happens. To be frank, it
True, na, sir?
happens. Yes, yes.
Because that's the agenda
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have. I'll be going there. I'll be
Because of the
working there.
wage rate system, because of the pay scale, because of the exposure, most probably they are like planning to settle down there. And there are many people who is coming back because getting innovative ideas in this growing in the growing uh, scenario, they have a lot of option to implement now here. So they go abroad, study, find out the options, and come back and implement it here because it's a good place to implement the
True,
ideas
true, sir.
according to the
Definitely.
current situations. We have to be frank. So that way, students
Footfall
are
is a
doing.
bit
Yeah,
less.
yeah. Footfall is comparatively less.
And having said that, sir, I mean, is there any right time to go abroad or anything? Like, is it best for the graduation or post graduation, or it's just a myth? Or any time is okay to go there?
No. So according to me, as a person who is in this field for 7 years now, if I have a brother who has completed PO or something, I literally will send them at that time. They should
For the
have that.
graduation.
Yes, yes, graduation. But the when we decide something for a good thing, okay, fine. But we have to come to the practical scenario, the financial part and all. Comparatively, it is very expensive. So because it's a 3 year degree, undergrad it's a 3 year degree. Like so, fees will come obviously high. It will come around 30, 40, 50 lakhs sometimes. But as I told, the return of investment and the growth they are getting personally is high. But anyway, we can't according to the financial situations only the people can plan. But always it's a right time after PO. But then when we think about the 1 year course, short time period, less expense, obviously PG is a good time. And literally sometimes after PU, the students little more they have to gain the maturity. Sometimes they will be immediately going to a new country and doing all things alone. Sometimes may affect them. So it depends again on the people.
And so everything depends there. Like
Yeah.
any time it might. But if I ask you in general, you mean to say that graduation is a right time to go
Because
there?
when they are 20, 21, their league is only different. Their earning potential is different in that age. The exposure what they have got is different. They are independent, matured in that age. Hopefully, the like what I'm thinking,
Okay. It's the right
that's the
time.
best
Yeah,
time actually.
it's your thought, and
Yeah,
because you have so many years of
yeah,
experience,
yeah.
so
So
it's like
that's
from the
right.
horse's mouth
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we listen to. And so one more thing I wanted to ask you: the people going there and studying that everything is fine. I'm more curious to ask this question now. As a kid, I'm asking you. I'm a kid. I ain't a kid, but I'm so excited to ask. I heard you have something like a James Cameron direction avatar thing where you have a virtual reality headset where a student or anybody comes to Edusphere, he can just wear that, and any university you give a 360-degree view. I mean, of the entire university. I mean, you all have started at Edusphere.
Yes, yes. So that actually we are just onboarded with that thing. So when we keep the education fair,
Okay.
we give for few universities we give the students that opportunity. So they can have a virtual representation.
So, a proper
Yeah, yeah,
one.
proper representation
Oh,
how
okay.
live they are into that university and the classrooms or the admission desk or how it happens when they reach there. So we have come with that process recently.
And
Yeah, actually it's a good thing for students. Actually I think it's a maybe it's a small thing, but for me myself when I'm thinking if I was a student, it's a great thing.
so you're being modest because everything you're telling it's a small thing, but for me it's rocket
Yeah.
science and a big thing because just sitting at your office, I'm getting to
Yes,
see
yes.
a Oxford thing. Maybe I can see the canteen, what food they serve. That's
Yeah.
a really big
So
thing, sir.
now actually we have started. So we, as you told, we are planning to go in detail, even
Okay.
the basic, even the as you told the canteen for an example.
Okay.
We generally give the campus tour for few universities,
So-
but in future we are planning to make almost all the universities a live
Oh,
representation.
so if you wear that and I see a canteen, there's a Toblerone chocolate. Can I pick? Can it comes to Edusphere? No,
Virtually,
does that happen?
virtually, actually, you can feel that, but it's not possible. As we all
So when that happens, you call me, sir. Yeah, just pick and come here, and we can keep you. So, and one more thing I wanted to ask you, sir, the Edusphere when they're coming, is it just catering the business students or medical engineering, nursing, any field is okay?
any
Planning to
field,
go abroad.
any field, but there are particular field which they are like they're lucky choosing their career. I can tell because
Okay.
100% they are getting into a job.
Okay.
Any country. Otherwise, there are few countries wise like when you have particularly into one course, there are some countries which will benefit you more like that. Otherwise, when it comes to the medical professionals, so when it comes to nursing students, whether it's like the BPT physiotherapy students, then radiotherapy students, these all people can have a direct job option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a great thing because when it comes to UK, we have a thing like HCPC registration. We do that so that a student who is completed BPT, he or she can get into as a registered physiotherapist in the NHS. The package will start from 3,000, 4,000 pounds.
Oh my
So
God.
it's
That's
entirely
huge.
different. And we have helped so many students to get
Okay.
into that. So we know that. For example, BASLP, speech and learning, have a great opportunity.
Okay.
Nursing, obviously,
And
you know,
speech and learning, is it in the UK and all they have more
yeah,
opportunities?
more,
I've
more,
heard that in
yes,
UK
yes,
it's
yes,
more, yeah.
more opportunity. Nursing, though, you know, obviously, nursing is a
Yeah.
thing required by
True,
every
almost
country. Now,
everywhere.
Germany or UK, any country, they have unlimited requirement for nurses. So instead of getting an experience and writing the competitive exams, now we have programs, 1 year master's
Oh,
programs
okay.
for MSc nursing, so that when they finish, they can directly get into as a registered nurse in the NHS for UK. Their package starts from 3,500, 3,000 pounds.
That's huge.
That's a huge amount comparatively switching from here to there. And recently now we have a program from one university after 12th. That's a diploma program where you can finish 6 months program and get into as a care worker,
Oh, okay.
senior healthcare worker. The initial package starts from 24,000 pounds annually,
Oof.
which is 24 lakhs. It's
That's,
a great thing for a student
yeah.
who has completed 12th. If they are into, some people are interested in care home nursing professional, they are more into this care, taking care of people. It's a great exposure from them. So that like that, daily new innovation, like innovative courses, new customized courses, to be frank. What are the job openings coming according to the universities? That's one benefit of international universities. They customize the course. There are sometimes universities course list, if you take, you will be surprised. The courses are entirely like you wish.
Okay.
So we will have some wish. So now particularly we have some wish, and particular that course will be not available anywhere. Some business field we are taking, engineering field we are taking. So here it is like totally customized. Courses are customized.
Okay.
There are university, they only provide creative courses. There is no normal courses like any always listed.
Oh,
They
creative in
have
the sense
totally,
like music
yeah,
or something, sir? All this.
music,
Oh, okay.
arts, creative courses. Literally
Nice,
creative
nice.
courses.
Okay.
No other courses they promote.
Oh.
So these are all the options.
And so as we're nearing the conclusion now of the thing, if anybody calls you, like your alumni or something, calls you telling that, thank you, Krishna Kumar sir, you have made my life. Edusphere overseas has made me good. Now I'm working. Do you tell him, sir, while coming back, get chocolates from any country? Do
Actually,
you say that, sir?
end of the day, when we reach home, we take a sleep.
Okay.
What is the most satisfying thing happening in my life is I have got personal messages like that.
Okay.
Like then I tell them, see, I was a person to be in that, because if you didn't come to me, you will go to another consultant. But what I personally think is like I guided them properly, so that's why they are telling it. Understood? Then they personally tell. Here there are students who are not even now again communicating with their
True, true.
consultants or someone, but I keep in touch. So what updates we are giving to our students is the live updates.
Okay.
Every day I get a call.
Awesome.
For some or the other thing, they would have gone for accommodation, so they would have had some problem regarding accommodation. They didn't get part-time job. Some got into part-time job. So then I don't tell, okay, bye. I just ask, so which location you got, so how much is the pay scale you get, so that next day whoever is coming to the office, I can give a live information. So if they ask, I can connect the student with him.
And that's happiness for you
Every
also.
day that is happening. You can ask my team. Even I tell them, even if I am traveling, because we have 2 3 offices, if I am not there, you should make them do this. Talk with a person who is abroad or to me personally, because we don't see whether they are registering with us or not. The initial thing is like giving the information because we have that ethics. So that's what we do every time.
Awesome. So that's a sense of happiness telling that
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
they have gone there
yeah,
because
yeah.
of you
So
all and everything.
when I forgot that actually, so many of them has personally told them the parents, because another thing what I do is I make sure I meet every parent. We don't sell it online or like keeping a telecall come every day calling them. We never do that. Okay, it's different, people have different business mentalities, I'm not judging.
Yeah.
But for me, I make sure I meet the parents and tell them what is the scenario happening, because I don't want them to invest in a student who is just simply going for a
Time pass.
fancy drink. So I make sure, because end of the day, even I have parents who has literally invested on us, trusting on us. So when they invest on a student to different country, I make sure that particular parents, what is happening, what are the part-time earnings, what can they earn if they really work, what they can send back, what they can repay the loan, anything. I make them understand. So that is how Edusphere works.
Superb.
So we literally make them understand and take a decision. So again, there I was so happy. There are so many parents who come to meet me telling they are now doing really good.
And that's a validation of happiness.
Yeah, above everything, that's a happiness. I'm frank, from like in bottom of my heart I can tell that's happiness we get.
Okay.
And even another thing, like whoever work with us, so our staff or something, the intern students who join us, 1 year they also go. So through Edusphere, whoever worked through Edusphere, they also have gone. There are literally so many people who are like, they're so happy.
Nice.
That is how they are working for us in their busy schedule. They give time for us because they clearly know they have come through something which made them good.
And when it's running for 7+ years,
Yeah,
it's a big thing, right?
yeah.
And but you still didn't answer my question. When they ask, what do you need? You tell, sir, I need
never tell
body
them.
shop or
I
chocolates.
tell them, if you come around somewhere, if I am there, just come and meet me, so that
Awesome.
I can get some information which I can share to the next students. So that networking, I really feel happy when they call, because anytime I can get them to get back to them. Sometimes even I also miss the timing is different in all these countries. Sometimes even I am not able to communicate with them every time. That also happens. As I told, 100% satisfaction we can't give everyone. So these are the like main things what we can tell. The perks of
Happiness. Yeah. A student comes, we don't know what's the income they have or whatever it is. Maybe a rich student comes or a normal student, average student comes. Does Edusphere help financially too so that they reach their goal?
Yes. So this is one main part. Main part in the sense, when literally I think everyone will have a dream of studying abroad. Most of them, they are not even checking the details because they think it's very expensive. So this is the main role or main part, finance. So there are different type of universities, as I told. So for me, according to my knowledge, all the people can travel, because how Edusphere help is like we are tied up with different banks, financial institutions, where we provide up to 30 lakhs of non-collateral education loan.
No collateral at all.
No collateral at all. And there are listed universities in some banks where you will get 50 lakhs without any security. And for US and all, there are up to 75 lakhs without security. But it totally has the criteria. The ranked universities, the entrance text you crack or something. So other students, as I'm telling, if you have a 30 lakhs, so for example, if you take a 30 lakhs of loan and you go for a university spending 50 lakhs, you're covering your expense or whatever, you can only repay it back. Totally, you people don't want to depend on your parents. And most of the parents were ready to fund them. I tell them, ma'am, sir, just take a loan and send them, so that they have a responsibility to clear it. So they will like work hard, they will try to find out jobs because they have things to clear it off. So according to me, any person, when we tell any person, there are some people who think it is there. Some even for non-collateral loan, when we tell, there are some documents like where income source or something we have
salary slip or maybe something
so
like that.
so maximum we try to sort out the problems. Then other way, there are students who can arrange for the fees and all. So for all the countries, there are requirements of show money. Show money in the sense, when we apply for a visa, you have to show this much funds are there in your account.
An account, okay.
So we have few financial institutions where they assist for this also. So initially a student pay the fees, taking a education loan, a non-collateral loan, he can go.
And
So it is not a dream hereafter.
Okay.
Now, in this current scenario, from past 2-3 years, anyone can go because financial institutions know the advantage of a student going abroad and earning. They are ready to come. They are coming to the office.
And to get the non-collateral loan which you're talking about, do they have to crack any exam or anything for that? Or
No
it's like
exams. It
just like
totally
that.
depends
Okay.
on the university they
Oh.
choose, and we are tied up with all those universities. And the documentation part can be taken care of from our office only, and online also we can do. You don't
Oh,
have to every time go to a bank
Mhm.
because in the busy schedule they will be
Yeah,
busy. So
true, true,
we
true, yeah.
make sure that process also easy.
From your place
Yeah,
itself,
from
everything
our
works out
office
there.
also we play
Okay.
make sure that happens. And other thing is like for few countries we provide, not we, the university only provide fees installment options.
Okay.
So most of the people don't give these details to the clients
Yeah.
because they think a student coming for an inquiry is financially so stable, so that financially cracking the financial part we don't want to explain.
Okay.
But for me, why I am telling this, that is there are students who come with their friends to the office. When we explain the financial part like this, they were ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Because these friends who had attended the fairs of big
Yeah.
events where the financial part has been told 40-50 lakh, they dropped the plans. So they came to know there is a customized plan of 3 installment fees and these type financial institutions supporting the students. They have gone. These are all not the see, when we uh, have to create a story, we will have less talk because we have to think and talk.
Yeah.
For me, the time won't be enough because it comes with the experience. So literally, I had students like that. Now also we are having recent last intake also we had students who came with their friends for inquiry. They came to know these options. They also gone.
Okay.
So as I told, for me, end of the day, as we think people who are financially well stable, uh, okay, they are already have all the luxuries of their life. But the students who are coming from a dream of going and settling and getting all this experience themselves, I have helped them. I have helped them a lot, and they have switched their life to any. I'm not telling personally myself. Edusphere has helped them because we deal with such countries, such universities.
But everything is possible because of your thought, which
Yeah.
had, and yeah, that
See,
matters.
that comes from the origin.
Yeah.
What I faced and what I don't want others to face the difficulties. That origin makes all this happens easily, and we never think like it's a big thing we are doing because it's a normal thing. If everyone think in this way, everyone will do this, but that has to come. So we keep info sessions.
Oh, okay.
So an ending I can say, we have info sessions every month in our office where anyone can come and get information about all this.
That
and
happens for a day or something. So
Yeah,
how does
every
it work?
month, every 15 days, one day
Okay,
we will
okay.
keep that because we are not like that. Whoever get the information, they
Has
should
to
come
enroll
with
or
us.
something.
No,
Yeah.
let them come. Let them come get the information. If they feel we are doing it good, let them register.
Great, sir. And you don't know the last conclusion which you're talking about, the financial thing, sir.
Yes.
The students viewing it now, when the podcast is live, it is going to impact in a major way.
Yes, that.
Yeah, because one thing is, sir, because everybody has a notion that you need to have money in your pocket to go abroad, and when you're talking about a non-collateral thing, where around 30 lakhs or 50 lakhs, I don't know,
Yeah.
even one or two, it turns up
Yes,
to this podcast. It's a
obvious.
blessing for us. We
See,
all maybe. That's it,
the
yeah.
main motive of the main motive of giving a podcast uh, regarding this is we are sharing the information. So there are so many people. So the people around now, you will be knowing personally many people who want to pursue their dream.
So many.
The people who are watching this podcast or something, everyone, this is an information. It's not a just dream. You come to us, get a personalized counseling. We have different counselors for different countries, or you can personally take an appointment and meet me, where we will give you the entire information. Then you decide yourself. So what I'm telling is like, if you have a dream, don't keep it in mind thinking the financial part I can't handle or anything. Just come, just walk in, just get a personalized counseling, then think about your future. So that's how it works.
So you don't know how privileged I am to interview on the first pilot podcast of Mangalore Meri Jaan Business Talk, sir. Yeah, because if idea to innovation or eye to eye add example, that should be you. And I'm
Thank you.
telling that.
I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Actually, when we came, you told this is the first episode, and even I was happy for that because we were also so busy building the career of students. We know sometimes due to the time schedules and all, we also can't sometimes go in the digital platforms or live. So this is a time where we decided and we got a platform like Mangalore Meri Jaan, and personally you because we were
That's
team, we were
so sweet.
discussing
Thank
actually.
you.
So we were also very happy and we are so grateful that we can share. We got an opportunity to share these information
Awesome.
through Mangalore Meri Jaan platform. Hopefully, any students now
Yeah.
people will directly contact you, or any people who are directly
Yeah.
getting to our website. We have a education website created for the
Okay.
students, edusphereoverseas.com, where you can register and get a personalized counseling even online. We have all the options because now we don't want to be in particular place due to the
Mhm. Yeah, I get that.
booming
Absolutely understand.
scenarios.
Yeah.
Virtually any
True.
person's place we can be live.
Yeah.
So we are planning to bring more opportunities for the students to interact.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So initially, I told that Edusphere overseas is a hero, but Mr. Krishna Kumar is hero pro max for everybody and
thank you
all the
so much.
students who are watching this podcast. This is going to be a game changer for sure. And Mr. Krishna Kumar, sir,
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you
Really
so
nice
much.
talking to
Yeah.
you. And keep watching Business Talks, that is idea to innovation.